Hey there, curious minds. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects us all. Who controls the internet? And how does it actually work? Join us as we unravel the complex web of internet governance and the technology that keeps us all connected. Who controls your internet? How the internet works. Internet is an expansive and complex network that connects billions of devices across the globe. It seems ubiquitous and easily accessible. But behind this vast system is a sophisticated web of control involving governments, corporations, service providers, and international organizations. To understand who controls the internet, it's crucial to first comprehend how it functions at a technical and organizational level. The basic infrastructure of the internet. At its core, the internet is a global network of interconnected computers relying on a system of physical infrastructure that includes data centers, servers, fiber optic cables, and undersea cables. When users send information online, such as a request to load a web page, the data is broken down into packets, which travel through this infrastructure via the Transmission Control Protocol/Internet Protocol, TCP/IP suite, until it reaches its destination. Data centers and servers. Websites, applications, and cloud services are hosted on servers located in data centers worldwide. These servers store and serve content to users when requested. Undersea cables. The majority of global internet traffic travels through undersea fiber optic cables, which connect continents and carry data at high speeds across vast distances. Internet service providers, ISPs, gatekeepers of connectivity. Internet service providers, ISPs, play a fundamental role in connecting users to the internet. ISPs such as Comcast, AT&T, and Vodafone control the access point between the user and the broader internet. They own and maintain much of the physical infrastructure required for internet access, including fiber optic networks and local connectivity lines. Access control. ISPs determine the speed, costs, and data limits associated with internet access. They also have the ability to restrict or block certain content, particularly when acting under government directives or regulations. Net neutrality. One of the key debates in the role of ISPs is around net neutrality, the principle that all internet traffic should be treated equally. When ISPs prioritize certain content over others, it can lead to an unequal internet experience, which has sparked regulatory discussions in many countries. Domain name system, DNS. The Internet's directory. The domain name system, DNS, is the system that translates human-readable domain names, e.g., google.com, into machine-readable IP addresses. DNS is crucial because it ensures that when you type a web address into your browser, you are directed to the correct website. ICANN and DNS management. The Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, oversees the DNS, managing domain names and IP address allocations globally. While ICANN helps maintain the stability and security of the DNS, it also has a significant role in deciding domain disputes and regulating the system that underpins web navigation. Who routes the internet? When data is sent over the internet, it doesn't travel in a straight line. It is routed through multiple networks owned by different telecoms, ISPs, and infrastructure companies. These companies are responsible for operating routers, devices that determine the best path for data to travel across networks from origin to destination. Tier 1, Tier 2, and local networks. Global networks are classified into tiers based on their scope and control. Tier 1 networks, owned by companies like AT&T, CenturyLink, and Deutsche Telekom, provide global data transport. Tier 2 networks connect regionally, while local networks handle the final connection to end users. Control over these networks dictates how data flows and is prioritized across the internet. Government regulation and censorship. Governments around the world have varying degrees of control over internet access within their borders. Some countries maintain a free and open internet, while others impose restrictions, censorship, or even complete blackouts. Internet censorship. In countries like China, Iran, and North Korea, strict censorship is enforced. Governments use national firewalls, such as China's Great Firewall, to block access to certain websites, regulate information, and control what their citizens can see online. Legal and regulatory frameworks. Even in countries with free internet access, governments regulate how ISPs and internet companies handle user data, content moderation, and online security. Regulations like the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, or the U.S. Communications Decency Act influence how information is handled and what ISPs can or cannot do. International organizations and internet governance. No single entity controls the entire internet, but several international organizations oversee key aspects of how it functions. The most prominent among these is the Internet Governance Forum, IGF, which brings together stakeholders, including governments, the private sector, and civil society, to discuss policies and governance issues related to the internet. ICANN's role. While ICANN manages the DNS, its decisions can impact the broader governance of the Internet. Additionally, ICANN works with the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority (INA) to allocate IP addresses and manage root servers that are essential for the functioning of the Internet. Multi-stakeholder model. The Internet is governed by a multi-stakeholder model, where no single government or corporation has total control. Instead, the combined efforts of regulatory bodies, businesses, technologists, and civil society work to maintain the open nature of the Internet. Who owns the web? The role of big tech. Major tech companies such as Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Facebook play an increasingly influential role in shaping the Internet. These companies not only provide services and platforms used by billions, but also control large portions of the infrastructure, such as data centers and cloud computing systems. Content moderation and control. Tech giants have a significant say in what content is available online. Platforms like Google and Facebook use algorithms and policies to moderate content, deciding what is visible, what gets removed, and what is promoted. Their control over information can shape public discourse and influence societies. Cloud dominance. Companies like Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Microsoft Azure control vast portions of the Internet's cloud infrastructure. Many popular websites and services rely on these cloud providers to operate, meaning these companies can indirectly control large swaths of online activity. The rise of decentralization. Web 3.0. In response to concerns over centralized control by big corporations and governments, new efforts are emerging to decentralize the Internet. Web 3.0 technologies such as blockchain and peer-to-peer networks aim to reduce reliance on central authorities and give more control back to users. Blockchain and distributed networks. Blockchain technology allows for decentralized systems where no single entity controls data or decision-making. Platforms built on blockchain can enable more transparent and secure data transactions, potentially reshaping the Internet landscape. Decentralized Internet projects. Projects like IPS, Interplanetary File System, and Filecoin aim to create decentralized alternatives to traditional web hosting and data storage, reducing dependency on centralized servers and cloud providers. The role of Internet Exchange Points, ISPs. Internet Exchange Points, ISPs, are critical hubs where different networks meet and exchange Internet traffic. ISPs facilitate faster data transfer by allowing data to be routed directly between networks, reducing latency and improving overall efficiency. These points are owned and operated by various stakeholders, including private companies, nonprofits, or governments, and they play a crucial role in maintaining the speed and stability of Internet connections, especially for large volumes of traffic. The influence of content delivery networks, CDNs. Content delivery networks, CDNs, like Akamai and Cloudflare, are systems of distributed servers that store copies of content, websites, videos, and other media, closer to the users who request them. CDNs play a pivotal role in controlling how quickly and efficiently content is delivered across the Internet. By reducing the distance that data must travel, CDNs enhance load times and minimize bandwidth consumption, improving user experiences, especially for large-scale platforms like streaming services and social media. The impact of Internet corporations on digital rights. As major corporations like Google, Facebook, and Amazon hold substantial influence over how users interact with the Internet, they also impact digital rights and freedoms. These companies control vast amounts of personal data and content through their platforms, and their policies regarding privacy, content moderation, and data sharing shape the digital landscape. For instance, Google's search algorithm controls what billions of users see when they search online, which can influence public opinion and access to information. Conclusion: who controls the Internet? The Internet is a shared global resource, yet its control is fragmented across a complex ecosystem of ISPs, tech giants, governments, and regulatory bodies. No single entity owns or fully controls the Internet, but various stakeholders influence its infrastructure, policies, and access. As the Internet continues to evolve, questions of control, freedom, and access will remain central to its future. With the rise of decentralization efforts like Web 3.0, the balance of power may shift, offering users more control over their online experiences. Understanding how the Internet works and who controls it is key in navigating this digital age effectively. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of Internet control and functionality. If you found this exploration enlightening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech insights. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about the way the Internet is managed? Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the digital world.